Hi, my name is Laura Worley, and I'd like to welcome you to my website. I know if you're here looking, there must be something that you want to change in your life, and I totally understand that, especially if it's a lot of heavy stuff that has happened to you in the past. It can be a trauma, it can be abuse, it can be whatever it might be that stops you from actually going forward. Now, I want you to know that sometimes I understand that it is very hard to take this first step because you don't know if somebody can really help you, if they have the skills to help you. That was certainly one of my concerns after spending about 25 years in talk therapy. I kept going from therapist to therapist and nobody could help me, and it was very discouraging. And so I understand that you may have reservations if I might be able to help you. But if I'd like to tell you a little bit about my background, and you can go to my training page and read more. But I've been trained an enormous amount of trauma releasing techniques. And I have spent many, many, many years in training and learning all the skills that I could possibly get to help a person release their trauma and abuse. And I'll tell you why. Because back in the day, it was probably one of the most discouraging things that I had ever went through was to go to somebody and they didn't have a clue on how to help me. And it's very scary and it's very lonely and it can keep you very isolated. And when someone's been through a lot of trauma and abuse, isolation and fear is just the common thing. And it's justified, of course, but at the same time, it's not the way to continue to live. And so I want you to know that the skills and the training that I have, I can help you to go release those stressful emotions that you've been holding on to. It could be years and years of pain and hurt, and just you could have nightmares, anxiety, whatever it all is. There's so many different things that happen when somebody has had a lot of trauma and abuse. And when they've had a lot of trauma and abuse, there's a lot of consequences the older we get of what our mind will do with all that. It begins to create problems in our relationships and our health, addictions, and there's so many things that can take place if you don't deal with what's happened to you. I wish I could say there was a magic pill that you could take and it would all be gone and you never have to deal with it because it was in the past. But I can tell you, because your mind is a recorder of all of your life, from every little piece of data that's ever happened to you, it's recorded in your unconscious mind. And because of that, if you have had a lot of trauma and abuse or any kind of trauma, your mind has recorded it and will continue to create your life from that pain. And the only way to release that pain is to address the memories. Now, the skills and tools that I have will allow you to use your unconscious mind to release those events until they absolutely have no more charge for you. They won't have any more pain. And you'll begin to have a new perspective and you can let it go so you can be free. And that's what we all want. We want freedom from what has happened. And I can tell you right now that that is exactly what we're meant to have. We do not need or are supposed to live our whole life in pain because of something that happened when we were a child or a teenager or a young adult, or maybe even just a few years ago. You've went through a divorce or something that's happened to you. It isn't meant for you to spend the rest of your life in this pain or suffering or hurt or depression. That isn't the way life is supposed to be. And that is something that if you would have said that to me a long time ago, I probably would have said, oh, right, well, whatever. Now, I share this with you because I felt the same way. But I can tell you that there is hope to have a lot of change and to make a brand new life for yourself and to see who you truly are. And, you know, I can tell you when you go through the experience of releasing all of these painful events, you begin to change in all your areas of life, and it will surprise you. It certainly has me. And I've been given a whole bunch of different things in my life that I never ever thought I would. And so one of them is I have a grateful opportunity to help you. So I'm very grateful for that and so thankful for it. If you feel that you would like to have a free consultation and talk a little bit further about what you're going through and how I can help, please give me a call. Take care.